I'm sorry, isn't there any music?
Did the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. I kind of put it all over my face and neck. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Barrier Restore Cream by Rhode. I want to try it out. And then she also has this peptide glazing fluid. We're not gonna do full foundation, but we are gonna do concealer. I'm gonna use blush for my eyes. And then I also like to do a little wing on my crease. So what that looks like is I kind of follow my crease line, but then like wing it up. And do a little powder for under the eyes. So I came across this TikTok and the girl kind of contours her lip. So I add shadows down here to make it look powderier. Kind of do it close to your lip though, don't go too overboard. Did that work? Or am I crazy? We're gonna do this like Fenty Beauty red lip tint. I love like a blushy mauve lip. I barely really do nude. I'm gonna go in with a little glossy lip balm. So I'm using Miss Rhode. Basically what I use is, to line my lips, I use the NYX in Nude Truffle. And then I went in with Fenty Beauty Strawberry Sangria little lip tint. And then I went over with the Rhode. For lashes, I cannot forget. I'm gonna do my staple one. The ones that I use are the Ardell 113, always. Here we go. So, decisions for what to wear. I don't have anything. I really only have 2 pairs of shorts that I can wear, so I'm going to be wearing I need summer clothes. I have like a cream version of this top. I don't know if I want to do cream. Gucci loafers, which I'm so happy that I kept, because when I bought this, it was like 2018. It was not my style at all, but now I love it. This is what we got. What is in my bag? So first we've got my AirPods, my wallet, obviously. I've got my NYX lip liner and my Rhode lip balm. And then I got extra batteries for when my camera dies. My key, and then my camera. What you won't do, you won't do, you tried everything, but you don't. What you won't do, you won't do, you tried everything. What you won't do. Hello! I'm back home. I'm actually sweating. So, let me wash my hands. I had a very splendid day. I don't know how to pinpoint or define what exactly it is that makes my day good or how I would define a good day, but today's a good day. You would think because I have an open back top that I would be, you know, somewhat chill, but it's hot and I'm literally sweating. So let me recap my day. So I went to the post office really quick to drop off some Depop orders, and then I had to grab what is it called, like bubble envelopes for the other orders that I have from Depop. And I had to, because I didn't want to go all the way back home, I had to drop it off at my gym locker because it was way closer than having to come back here to drop it off. And then after, I went to Good Hood and I grabbed a couple of things. They don't have everything that I wanted. I was hoping they would have like kitchen mittens, but they don't. I got a new towel from Tekla for my kitchen. These ones that I have from IKEA are really bad. The fibers kind of like stick onto your skin whenever you wipe your hands, so I didn't like that. So I'm not gonna use this, and I'm gonna replace it with my new Tekla little towel, hand towel. So I got a hand towel, and then I also have these coasters because whenever I drink or whatever, just want a little coaster, you know? And then after that, I went to Miznen, which is my favorite little Greek place, one of my favorites, and they're really good. So I got a pita. Hopefully it's still warm. Yeah, so I got my little chicken pita wrap. So freaking good, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then I met a couple of subscribers like around Central. Got to chat with them. Actually, most of them were Filipinos, which was so fun. Got to chat, and I literally recommended them to go here. And then I also got their hummus, and they also come with their little pita bread. And these are like the fluffiest pita breads you can ever taste. So good. And then you like dip it in their hummus. I'm so excited. I haven't eaten at all today. If you're ever in London, please literally try it because it's so good. Their hummus. Ever since I tried this specific hummus from Miznen, I have never been the same. So good. So hungry. But everybody was like dressed up all nice today. I love seeing like good little outfits of different people. Filming the whole time. A little recap. I am not a loyal Zara customer, but I did get a couple of tops that they have available for the summertime. So I got this little ruched top, kind of a little bit transparent, if you will. So it's really cute. I really have been into my laced and ruching ruffle vibe, and I'm sticking to it. And then I also got this cute little apron top, but it is backless, which is the best part, in white. And then I also have these like maybe pleather pair of shorts. Speaking of not having enough shorts, now I have a new one to wear. It's really cute. Might be too long, but we'll deal with that. I have a new paper lounge stool that I got, and this one's gonna go by my living room. So why is it like that? It feels so empty, this little area, so I had to fill it up. Now I can add some cute little knickknacks. Palo Santo in my way. Honestly, I'm not sure if I still like it. It's refreshing, but not the best. So So now when you enter, it looks very filled, you know, nothing's too empty really. We are out. Why is it so zoomed in?
See, it's because of that damn Zoom.
Oh my god, sorry. I follow you on Insta. I follow you both on Insta. And I'm sorry, I literally saw you and I was like, I need to come here.
You look like Koleen, so I was gonna say.
Koleen, the way I follow your YouTube religiously is not a joke. I follow like, I'm just, I follow like 3 YouTubers and you literally there. It's not funny. Like, sorry, this is never gonna happen again. So I had to do it now because it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
The way I literally just saw your last YouTube video, like.
What are you guys doing
It's
today?
great. We're drinking.
Okay. Obviously. Soft shell crab salad.
It's good. Not bad. Not bad. An 8, yeah.
Okay. Do you think it would be bigger than that? This is so cute. Smile.
There's a spoon inside. You can eat with your spoon.
That's cool.
Yes, or you can just open here. You can start
like
your
butter.
spoon. Yes.
Yeah.
So this one is our gift for you.
Oh!
I couldn't find the vegan coconut, and we have matcha flavors as well.
More milky orchid?
Yes.
Wow! Wait. Is this ice cream?
It's ice cream as well. Same ice cream, just different packaging. This is takeaway package.
Thank you so
Oh
much.
wow! Thank you.
We'll be coming back often.
I will be there.
What's your name?
Furkan. Yours?
Puka.
Yes, Furkan.
Colleen.
Koleen.
Yes.
Z.
Z.
You're not really into their.
I thought it was about time to do a little Q&A, give you guys an update on my life and maybe inspire others with a few words that I have to say. I asked you guys on Instagram a couple questions that you guys might have for me. Let's kind of run it back to the very beginning. A bunch of you guys wanted to know how I moved here, so like visa, paperwork. I am a Canadian, and if you are from Canada as well, I believe it's a lot quicker to get a visa to move to London. I'm not sure about the US, but I did apply for the T4 Youth Mobility Visa, and it took about 3 weeks from the day that I applied, and then I got approved after 3 weeks of applying. So initially I was apartment hunting in Toronto, and I wanted to move to Toronto just because it was kind of the only fair option within Canada, I thought at that time. So when I went with my mom to apartment hunt in Toronto, something in me really knew that it wasn't really the city for me. It wasn't a city that I imagined myself thriving in mentally, emotionally, career, whatever. I'm thankful that I really trusted my gut, because if I didn't, then I would probably move there and be a little bit more miserable, maybe. I'm really thankful that I trusted my gut and not to move there and rush the whole process of moving, because all I really wanted was to be on my own, and I knew that I wanted to experience living alone. But because I knew that Toronto was not an option, I had to obviously think about other options that I might have. Dixon's actually the one who initiated something in me to move to London. He told me all about how quick it is to apply for a visa to London. I really heavily considered moving to London after me and Dixon's trip to London, and that was kind of like to warm me up more to the idea of maybe living in London. So we took a trip together, and shortly after that, I moved to London. I really thank him for even giving me the idea to move here, because it wasn't on my list. And that's one thing that I'm really thankful for Dixon about, is that he is the type of person to really push me beyond my limits and push me beyond my comfort zone. No matter how uncomfortable I might seem about the idea, he still manages to, you know, push me beyond my comfort zone. And it's so important to have people like that around you, because if you don't have people pushing you beyond what you're comfortable with, you will stay comfortable and you will stay. And to me, I feel like it's very important to take risks and not be too comfortable, especially now that I'm on my 20s. I don't want to live a subpar life. I want to be able to live beyond what I think I'm capable of, and having people around you who inspire you in different ways and push you in different ways are very important. That is how you learn, that is how you grow as a human being. But, a big but is that if you don't want it for yourself, then no one around you can do anything to make you want it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times people push you or motivate you or try to inspire you to do something, if you don't want it for yourself, then you will not do what it is that people are on your ear about. For me, for example, if I was very clear and set of not ever living in London, no matter how many times Dixon tells me to move to London, I will not listen to him, because I myself, I'm set on the fact that I don't want to live in London. So the first week that I moved to London, I was with my mom, and that was planned because I wanted my mom to be with me for the first week, so it's kind of like slowly settling into London but still having her around, instead of me moving all alone by myself for the first week. I feel like that definitely helped me kind of settle in a little bit easily. So that was all kind of pre-planned, and I already had that in mind. But when she left, I actually cried, because I was so scared. I didn't know what to expect of my life alone in London, and it really hit me that I'm going to be alone when my mom left, right? So I went through those emotions all by my own, but the number one tip for me is to never really distract yourself of what you're feeling at the moment. Whenever I feel sad or lonely or anything, I try to feel it for as much as however long I can, because I don't really like rushing through my emotions. I feel like it's very healthy to just kind of like sit in it, because what I realized too is like life is a collection of different emotions, right? Like we can be happy, we can be sad, we can be angry, we can grieve, we can be mad. Like life consists of all these different emotions in one. I don't really look at things definitively, right? So if I'm sad for that moment and if I'm crying, that doesn't mean I'm going to be sad and crying for a month or a year. Or it's always temporary, and I know it's always temporary. So that's what I kind of remind myself every time I go through these different emotions. So I feel like being open-minded with the fact that we all go through emotions is the most comforting thing for me, because life is not all about being like happy and, you know, this, that. So it's a collection of all these different emotions that we as humans should feel. Obviously, because I work in social media, I already had a couple mutuals here who I really have not met in real life. So I took that time and I took this moment to basically meet them eventually. So I feel like all my friends right now are in the industry of making content or creating or producing, artists, creatives, all on different platforms. So I feel like it was a lot easier for me to kind of integrate into London because of the fact that I had mutuals in London, and then they just kind of introduced me to their friends, and you know, it was kind of like a domino effect almost. And you know, knowing me back in Calgary, I was a very calculated and picky person when it comes to making new friends, because not everybody will be good for you, and you know, a lot of people out there may not have the best intentions for you. So I try to be really, you know, careful with meeting new people and, you know, being friends with people. I feel like I really trust my gut when it comes to meeting new people, because I always seem to be very right about, you know, what types of people are as soon as I meet them. So because of my gut, I have made the most genuine friends in London. And the thing is with me, I don't really need a big friend group. I don't need a lot of people for me to feel fulfilled. I almost just need like a good solid group of people who are genuine, loyal, and great human beings. So having those like genuine friends and genuine connections that I've had so far like mean the most, and I feel like that's what's making my London experience 10 times better, is because I have met, you know, genuine people here. Was it easy for you to get used to being by yourself and enjoying your company? So what I did realize about myself when I moved out was how much fun I have by myself. I think the best part about living alone is actually being alone and having your own space and your own time. You're not thinking about anybody else but you. But I also feel like living in London has made me enjoy being alone even more, because no one's going to judge me walking around the city alone, eating alone, doing work alone. It's a pretty everyday thing here. So I feel like for me, a place like London has made it easier for me to enjoy my alone time and enjoy living by myself. If I were to maybe be in a place like LA, which, you know, is a driving city, not really like a metro walking city, it might be a little bit different, right? What's your plan or how you see yourself after 5 years? Me and Dixon actually talked about this type of question before, and I feel like it's hard to answer these type of questions because no one really knows what they want to be in 5 years up until you get to the point where you're living it. You know what I'm saying? So 5 years ago, I didn't say that I wanted to live in London after 5 years or within 5 years, because I wasn't living it, right? I wasn't living the life of living in London for me to say that I imagine myself doing that. So I don't know if I'm making any sense, but like, you really don't get to say what you want for the next 5 years up until you insert yourself in certain situations where you get to experience something and say that you want it for your life. A lot can happen within a year that you can't really foresee at the moment. When it comes to moving abroad, is it better to do it 100% ready or just follow your heart and find the rest when you move there? You are never 100% ready for anything. I wasn't 100% ready moving to London. It was an uncomfortable decision, but I still felt like I needed it. So you don't really have to be 100% ready, but you almost only need to feel like you need something new, right? You need to feel like you need change, and then base it off of that. If you feel like you need change in your life right now, then make the decision to do whatever it is that can change your life. And sometimes it might feel a little bit risky, but you do need to take risks in life. How long do you plan on staying in London? Any plans to move to a different city? I have a 2-year visa that allows me to live in London, but then I can also use it to move to certain countries that the visa allows, and one of them is Patty. If I've already stayed in London for a year, why not stay in Paris for a year, you know? And I do have friends there who can help me navigate life again and start fresh and new. But I will sit on it because my French is very questionable. But I do actually met a friend in Paris who doesn't speak French at all, and she has lived there. How long did it take you to get used to the new environment, or have you gotten used to it? So London is a very walkable city. It's more like metro vibes. You know, you take the train to go here, and it is like the quickest way to get around. And I've been really really enjoying it because the metro is very quick and easy to get into, and all you do is like literally tap your phone, tap your credit card, and you don't really have to pay for a ticket or anything. Like it does it all for you. It's actually not that difficult to understand like the map. I'm pretty used to it already, and I find it really easy to get around. The only thing that I do miss sometimes is like driving to run my errands. So whenever I run errands here, I can't really run everything all at once because I'll have to carry everything by myself. And usually like if I drive in Calgary, I put all the bags in the car and it was super quick and easy to do it. But here I kind of have to like do round trips, like dropping it off in my house and then going back out. So yeah, that's like the only con that I can really think about. Oh, and a lot of people are talking about culture shocks. So the only slight culture shock that I do have in London, obviously, is people are not as pleasant, if you will, than in Canada, because in Canada we always say sorry or excuse me or da 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 da, or oh, and also like we open doors for the people behind us like every time in Canada. And as soon as I got in London, people don't be opening doors for me. It's not that negative. I mean, I've gotten used to it and I haven't experienced any negative encounters with people. So what are some new slangs you've learned? So my favorite one is when my friend actually said this one time. She was like, what tickles your fancy? But those are pretty much like most of the questions that you guys asked.